this music just a little bit so we can see this beautiful racetrack, the Principality of Monaco. Absolutely top three of the season of all time, in my opinion. But the Principality of Monaco is going to be a very fine dry race this afternoon on season 13. It makes me kind of question how long I've been doing this, but Monaco, 19 turns, 2 miles, very tight street circuit. If you don't know, you don't know, but everybody here already knows. You're going to be led by two amazing people, me and C. Miller Time. Miller, how we doing today?
I saw some mayhem there, and we've seen some mayhem for the last couple tiers. So I wonder what we're gonna see in tier 1.
I don't know, honestly. We're gonna have a lot of fun thinking and predicting it into qualifying, because we're probably gonna see some people crash out, let's be real. But either way, we're gonna find out very soon. I'm trying to make sure that everybody can hear you and can hear me fine, because the first couple of seconds didn't go through, but I actually think we're okay, and we're already in the session. So let's just get straight into that session, because I like seeing cars on track. I bet everybody on stream does as well. Camera settings. Wow, everything just went bad. Can I can still hear you, right?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. It's just we can't see you because my camera went away for some reason.
Oh, I think you might have me in a different area.
Yeah, give me a sec while we fix that. We should be able to hear. It looks like the game should be playing, but maybe it isn't.
Not an issue. If everybody out there can, they hear me? I'm not really sure. Let me check. Can't see my camera. Not a big deal. Yeah, it sounds like I am loud and clear on the stream, just so you know.
Okay.
And it looks like Freddy Rezzle is on a lap right now. Let's see what they can put down for their first lap out there. First person out there. I'm curious to see what kind of lap times we're going to see from tier 1. Obviously, the best drivers that we have in MRL. So I'm curious to see what we can see from them. But he already invalidated his lap, unfortunately. Let's go down to Ferrari Nut, who's on a heater, if you would.
Doesn't surprise me.
See if they're going to be able to
much.
put any time in, but Freddy Rezzle is right in front of him. Hopefully he does not impede him, but he does not. He gets out of the way just in time. What kind of time are we going to see from... Oh, getting a little sideways right there from Ferrari Nut. Is he going to be able to put the time down? I say with that brake, he's probably going to get... Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm 111 flat with that little bit of the brake of the rear tires. Freddy, unfortunately, not able to put a lap in.
Not even that bad of a run, to be fair, but 11 flat still faster than some people did in tier 2.
I mean, it wasn't too bad, especially with that. I saw them over here. The track wasn't ready for the pace he was trying to put down. Oh my goodness. As mods goes a 109.8 this early, we're going to see some crazy lap times out of tier 1 today.
I always have that feeling. That's welcome to tier 1.
Set up with a 110.4, not too bad.
There you go.
City of R with a 113.5.
Now we have Miller there in our pocket. You can see Miller. You see that?
Get it?
You see what I did? Yeah.
So far, it's Freddy has to go in and unless he's going to continue it. But as we see, a 110.3 from Maxine, 110.4 from Senna, and Monaco with a 110.4 as well. as MB Jacobson is starting their flyer right now. Let's see what kind of time and difference they can put down. Looking pretty clean through Sector 1 and see if they're down at all. That's not a bad Sector 1. Beautiful looking right-hander coming into the very, very, very sharp left-hander. Looking pretty clean and tidy from MD Jacobson. Wow, they cut that bus stop is quite...
I think we're gonna get into the 8. I think we're gonna get like an high 8, 7, 8, 8. I think Freddy's gonna hit with an 8, and then Supply Raptor is gonna challenge for like a mid to high 8, 9. I think that's my prediction for today. Maybe I'm just a second off of my prediction, but
As you see, Mods and Ferrari not on their out laps. Mods just starting their lap. See how that first corner goes. Looks pretty clean and tidy. It looks sporty already. Are they going to be down on their time in Sector 1? They are down by 1/10 of a second right now. Getting a little sideways, asking a little bit too much to those rear brakes, but helping them rotate. Can they go to good, clean exit going into the tunnel? They do. Oh my goodness, the speed. And I don't know how they did not invalidate that lap right there for Mods. That was absolutely insanity. The commitment level they had right there.
I'm very surprised they didn't hit that wall, but that is invalid over that chicane.
Oh no.
What we were
That was a
fearing.
lap. They're probably going to go right into the pits. No, they do not. They wanted to see what kind of lap time they were going to be able to put down. It's going to cost them a little bit. A 197 would have been pole.
By just over a 10th. It's pretty insane. Haas 1-2 right now, and they would have made it just a bit further. Hmm. Interesting. Watch Cloud doing 8. We will see. I got game sound now, guys, by the way. So hopefully game sound, but no Miller.
Oh, what happened to me?
No, you're good. You're good. I think I fixed it. Oh, big slide from Ferrari. No worries. Still alive. Didn't finish out his lap faster though. Maxime with 2/10 up going into the second sector line now. 6/10 of an improvement. He's gonna go pole here, and he's gonna be in the middle. And of that 109s, did a really fast last chicane. Let's see what he's gonna do out of the last corner. Ooh, big
Ah, it's
slide.
sideways.
That was
Oh no,
almost into
that's
the
gonna
wall.
that definitely hurt the time. Oh my
Still
goodness, a
pole.
109.6.
He probably lost 2-3 tenths there.
Exactly. That means I think your prediction's gonna be correct.
That was such a wild slide out of the wall. That was insane. Freddie with a 9.5. Now the times are tumbling. This is what we wanted to see. Oh, Senna coming across the line to start a lap. Let's see what he's going to be able to do. That was scary to watch off board. City of R puts in a 10.4. Improves to P8.
Senna is just barely down below their time. Not a lot. Not going to be enough to really flirt with the top 3, maybe even 4. But we might see a little bit of him messing with Ferrari nut in P5.
Oh, that was scary coming out. Minico, or sorry, not Minico. Freddie Razzle, just ahead of Senna, in out of the tunnel. Little bit of a smack onto
Oh,
the
down
exit
5
wall.
tenths.
Oh, unfortunate.
Oh no, just asking a little too much of the car.
Yeah, just a bit too much.
Smart decision to pull in right now, so they're able to run another lap.
Oh, City of R hit the inside wall and retires from the qualifying session. That is not what he would have wanted. I saw him spin around there. That is very easy to do. I can't say I haven't done it before.
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said I haven't crashed there before. I tend to crash a lot on Monaco because it is such a tricky track.
I don't think my Discord wants to cooperate with staying open to show your face cam today.
Do you want me to try to disconnect and reconnect, and maybe we can bring my camera back?
It's not for you. It's not from you. It's mine. It's my side. So what I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna make this so much funnier. Um, Perfect.
See, Mod's on a lap right now. Let's see if any type of improvement. I did not see what Sector 1 was for them. But let's see what kind of timing they can put down for Sector 2. Coming into the bus stop and see if they can carry a lot of momentum. Looking pretty clean. Beautiful. Cutting that very hard. Goes purple Sector 2. Bounce off the wall a little bit, but it is not going to hurt him too much. What are we going to see sliding through that hard right-hander? Are they going to carry the momentum going down? I think we're going to see some sort of good time from Mods right now. Mods, a 109.6. Insanely fast. Just not enough to catch Freddie Razzle or Maxime.
Oh, oh. Went too far. There you go. Perfect. It's all coming together now.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Right?
We got Supply Raptor, Ferrari Nut, and Zyro about to start. Ferrari Nut on an outlap. Let's see, that first right-hander carries a lot of momentum. What kind of timing we're going to see out of him going through section 1 with that uphill climb? Are they going to get on the brakes cleanly? Are they going to be able to rotate through this? Yes, they are. Are they going to be able to put the power down nicely? Oh, Ferrari Nut getting a little sideways, asking too much from it, but he is still down on his time by 2/10.
That is
going to be a little bit hard. Go ahead.
No. That is not ideal for the Boss Boys that I just saw them both come through turn 1 and the last corner. They were starting a lap, getting very scrappy. Ferrari Nut now. I'm going to watch on board with him because he's very, very quick through the first sector so far. Now, through the chicane, did not invalidate, comes out of it very quickly. Gets past the traffic with no effort. Let's see how he does. Very smooth. 6/10 of an improvement. He's going to be challenging for pole here. Does not invalidate over to the chicane. Very beautifully done. A little bit of traffic up ahead. Does not hit the wall. A little bit of a slide though. Very good through the final corner to the line. Let's see what he does. It is 4/10 off of pole, 3/10 off pole, but still it's a P4 splitting. Awesome.
Did you just save a picture of me? Is that what you did for the stream? All right, fair enough.
Yeah, I did. Do you like my solution?
Yeah, I do. That works for me. All right, let's go and see. Freddie Razzle's on a lap right now. They're 0.04 down on their time. But what about Max Bean? Oh my goodness. I just saw the difference that Max Bean is running. It is insanity.
Oh, big slide. Huge slide for Maxime. Freddie Razzle's actually on a really, really big improvement coming out of the last corner now. Does not hit the wall, and he comes to the line. Very, very smooth lap. It is a 9.2. A quarter of a second improvement for Freddie Razzle. What a lap. Big slide for Ferrari Nut into the first corner barrier, and that is the end of his qualifying session. He's not going to be able to improve on his lap time. The session is over. Zyros, his teammate, is on an improvement, slaps the wall a little bit, and invalidates his lap. That is the end of his qualifying session. Senna next to cross the line, does not invalidate over the chicane, goes through, exits very cleanly. Let's see if anyone else is going to be able to improve. Monaco is coming through the final corner now. Is he going to be able to improve his position from P9? Any improvement is going to help him out. He does improve to P7. 10th and a half gain through the final corner. Senna next to improve. 5/10 gain. He's going to improve a couple of positions. Is he going to beat Ferrari? No, he does not. Just misses out on beating Ferrari. Edge next across the line. He improves his time, but not his position. Gamer is not going to be too far off of him, but let's see what he's going to be able to do. Cloud goes P. Whoa. Gamer just gained a second. Never mind. Gamer goes P5 out of everybody. That just changed it up. Ferrari Nut P6, Senna P7. And
Hope we got a car around Ferrari Nut himself.
Ferrari Nut himself is backwards into the pit lane. Interesting. That's not the way you want to take that.
Last time I checked, going into the pits backwards is not necessarily how you go to a pit. Cool move, Cotton.
I don't know. I think he took some inspiration from that one NASCAR driver.
True enough.
He ended up fine.
All right. So we got Freddie Razzle with the pole, 109.2. Pretty impressive from Max Bean with a 109.6. Mod, Supply Raptor, Gamer, Ferrari Nut, Senna, or we should say Zyro, Monaco, CDVR, Cloud, Edge, and MBJ Jacobson right there in 13th. We only have 13 drivers today, so that's going to definitely calm down the field, I would say.
Um, you're talking about who? Because in general, we're not missing any of the heavy hitters. We still have Freddy, Maxime, Mods, Supply Raptor. That top five is going to be pretty aggressive. They're not going to be able to do much, but maybe some strong pit stops or intense overtakes, possibly. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Maybe someone makes a mistake early on. We'll have a lot of mistakes. I don't doubt that.
Well, only time will tell.
How many safety cars are you expecting? 13 drivers, I would say 2. Tough quality, says Senem. Senem. Send him. Making sure all the settings work. I think y'all can hear everything. Should be.
What do you think is going to happen in our first corner here? Do you think it's going to be clean, or do you think we're going to see carnage?
I think it's going to be pretty clean. I don't think we're going to see carnage just yet, but I am expecting more than one safety car.
I think you're right on there. I mean, people are going to get desperate later on in the race for sure when the tires start wearing and they realize they have more pace than the individual in front of them, or however it may go. As we saw in the other 3 tiers, when people get impatient, that's when you're going to start seeing the dive bombs.
I don't think it's going to take a lot for people to get impatient, especially when tires start degrading.
Yeah, especially here at Monaco. It is definitely a hard to pass track. So there is no real passing opportunities. You have to make them. And it's not always clean.
And it's not always pretty.
Believe me, I've seen it and I've dealt with it myself.
And we are about to get going. So we have 4, 5 red lights are on. And away we go for the Monaco Grand Prix here. And Freddie Rizal gets a great start. We are almost 3 wide into turn 1. Very, very cleanly. 3 wide further back. 2 wide going up the hill for a lot of these drivers. As they find their position in this race. The top 5 only separated by just over a second. As you can see, Freddie Rizal is 6/10 apart from that group of 4 drivers. Very, very close together, basically accelerating on each other's gearboxes.
Oh my goodness, Mods right there. I don't know if you saw it, that left-hander, that really tricky full-on turnaround right there. Almost dive bomb too far on Freddie. Was able to get it stopped in time.
I was not able to get that. I was trying to see if we got anybody in the back, but nobody in the walls. Don't see any front wings or anything broken, so looks like everybody's pretty clean through there.
I think we're going to see a 3-way battle up here, going down the laps between Freddie, Mods, and Maxine.
Freddie on the hard tire, Mods and Maxime and Gamer all on mediums. Supply Raptor on the hard in fifth, but these medium tires are getting kind of held in.
I was about to say that if the medium runners want to do anything, they have to get by Freddie, or that's just going to fall into Freddie's entire game plan. But they have to be able to pass Freddie right now. Him being on the hard tires, but it looks like he's got a lot of pace. But they're able to somewhat catch. Here's Mods is trying to put a little bit of pressure on Freddie, but not enough. Go down through the field really quick and see if we see him. Go ahead.
We only have one person pit on that lap one, and it was Pinnacle. Some mediums maybe had some wing damage, but everybody stayed pretty clean. 12.6 is the fastest lap from Gamer, who had a little bit more cleaner than the cars ahead. But there's already a decently big gap between the top 7 and 8th place Irish, and that's just being his hard tires. I'm guessing the top 7 are just in a different league of their own.
Yeah, everybody's within second of each other. Not as far as the lead, but they're going to be able to hold that DRS. But then again, DRS does not really mean anything on this track.
It gains you maybe a 10th.
Maybe at best. It's whoever can hold on to their tires for the longest, and that, I tell you what, right there, Freddie was cutting that. I can't tell you if they got a warning or not for that one.
Same with Ferrari. Cyrus. A lot of curb. Don't want to be doing too much of that. Same with the outside wall. Don't want to be touching it too hard, or else you will be in it.
Sure enough, Freddie did get a warning for that one little cut right there going through the bus stop.
It's going to be interesting to see if anybody gets who would be their first 3-second time penalty, because there will be, but who will get it? And if anyone in the top 6, 7 will get it, that's definitely going to knock them out of contention for the win, because it is going to be very tight.
Well, you see what Freddie's doing right here. He's holding on. Monaco runs the fastest lap, but Freddie can hold on for another like 3 laps. Those mediums aren't going to be worth a heck to be able to hold on.
Yeah, they're only good for what, 8-9 laps?
I would say at best. You got to know everybody is pushing as hard as they can right now, so those tires are going to be really upset. Judging by the battery usage for Mods back here, he's definitely trying to save those tires for as long as they can, but that is not going to help him out towards the end of the race. Go ahead.
Everybody in the top 5 are doing a pretty good job on battery. All of their battery, and then you have the top 3 who are just saving battery, saving the tires a little bit, trying to keep them in as much as they can, because they are unable to catch up to Freddie at this point. So extending his gap now to just about a second is real effective, and they're going to have the pace now on the tires, and Freddie now wants a nice rubber to
Yeah, I would expect these medium runners around lap, I would say 8 to about 10, to go ahead and pull into the pit, put on those higher tires, because the mediums really only last for about that long. So that's what I would think they would want to pit, but you never know what their strategy is. They never know what they want to do.
Well, I mean, they're already trying to further this out. I don't think they're going to be able to make a move, but you have to be second and a half for getting the car ahead to be able to make a move at this point. And right now, Freddie has the advantage as Mods gets her first win and penalty for the win of the race. Already getting 3 seconds penalty. very slight from Maxime behind, just trying to control the rear end of his Aston Martin machine, not really having a fun time at it, going towards launch and compare three. But Maxime was not having a good time there.
Just wanted to take a look at our penalties. It's going to be pretty close. Some drivers up here, I don't want to say their name to give away a little bit of advantage to anybody else watching the chat, but some drivers.
Gamer already getting another 3-second time penalty, walking up into the swimming pool clean. Woo! Yeah, nearly. Maxime doing the exact same thing with the next chicane over.
Yeah, but this new game cycle, well, he goes into the pits. Maxime goes into the pits. Really early call on lap 7.
Right.
Trying to get a little bit of an undercut.
Yeah, and that is a very offset undercut. He's going to be rejoining behind MB Jacobson, so he's going to have a lot of clean air. Good for him. Monaco already having stopped again. Interesting to see. The person that I was kind of looking at while that was all happening was Cloud. He got a 3-second time penalty for warnings as well while trying to make a move on Zyros. And he didn't make the move and got a warning and got a penalty. So not ideal. And Monaco
Not ideal at all.
gets another one. Gets another penalty. So now we have 4 penalties by lap 7. Make that 5.
Zyro gets Zyro in front of him. Everybody is just trying too harder here. I haven't seen too many close battles as far as like beating and banging, but the top 3, 2 of them have time penalties. My question is where? That's about lap times that I thought between 9 and 10.
A little bit of a fight here we have between Supply Raptor and Gamer. Supply Raptor made, I think, a beautiful move in the DRS zone. I couldn't quite catch it on camera. I did, it was just the last part of it. Well, now Supply Raptor is in front of Gamer. Instead got 2 penalties in the top 3. And Supply Raptor now being on hard tires, passing some of the medium. Just telling me these hard tires are now way better tires. Now it's 3 seconds ahead. Here's what's going. Hard tires on his almost far, but just getting a little faster than he is.
I think you're right there. I mean, it's just a little tricky. Moz is gonna... There's a definite reason why they both started on different tires, because you do not want to double stack. That's going to hurt you more than anything. So they're going to want to be on opposite strategies, which is not a bad play.
No, I agree with it.
Which I would assume, Moz is probably going to want to pit on this lap.
He did not. Center behind didn't pit. I was on board with him. I thought we were talking about Mons for a sec. Edge is probably... No, Edge does not pit. Maxime, his teammate, is going to be getting past now. He's not going to be another tier 1 reserve.
But I can see from Freddie's battery usage, he's definitely in cruise control mode right here. Because of those hard tires versus the mediums, those mediums are probably screaming at this point. The Supply Raptor is also on the hard strategy, kind of running him down a little bit. He's got good pace, but we'll see how that works on the end of the race.
That could have been a warning for Freddie, who was a little tenacious, let's call it, on that curve. Mons is struggling a little bit on that grip. As you can see, Supply Raptor already made up a second to Mods as he gets another 3-second time penalty. Same with Supply Raptor as he goes over the curb. Both of them getting the penalty at the same corner. Oh, unfortunate. As Mods comes into the pit.
This is only helping Freddie. Freddie up in first, just having a cruise fest, if that makes sense. Unless Supply Raptor has anything to do with it, but he has that 3-second time penalty.
And 7 seconds advantage. which is a pit stop distance. He could go into the pit stop, have a horrible entry exit, not look at his mechanics, and still come out ahead.
Yes, he can. And he's still holding, he's still slightly pulling on Supply Raptor. I mean, they're on the same tires. He just has that much pace. He must really enjoy this track.
Oh, we got a move for on, it looks like Edge. A little bit further behind, didn't catch it. But Ferrari not on the better tires. Edge on 9-level mediums that are pretty bad. Not surprising. Maxime making smooth work of City of R, getting through the old tire traffic. Maxime making do with new tires. 7 seconds now to the front runners. What is he going to be able to catch up? And as we have Gamer come into the pits to get off of his medium old tires. 10-lap old tires for the top 4 drivers. Maxime 7 seconds back, now having to pull that advantage back with a yellow flag for Pinnacle, having stopped in that of chicane, getting a 3-second time penalty and just not having fun with it. Broken front wing. He's going to come into the pits as well as repairing that, but
and he's gonna retire. Oh goodness!
I thought that was
not having a good time. I don't disagree with you.
I just promise him more alcohol when you win. Or eruption. That's another reason to win Monaco. Just go out on the beautiful boats.
Oh my goodness, I'm bored with Supply Raptor right here. Only a 3-second time penalty, obviously pushing as hard as they possibly can. Definitely got a warning right there as they cut the pull torn, whatever you want to call it. My brain's not working right there, but struggling and pushing as hard as they can, asking for another time penalty. That's all I have to say. Freddie Razzle is just running away with it.
Is anyone going to contend Freddy? I don't know. I don't think so, but we're here to watch Supply Raptor do his damn best to do it. I'm just going to go right on for it. You just see how much he's feathering through the slowest corners, how much he's just trying to get this car to turn, and clawing back some of his time advantage, but it's just not enough when you've got such a big advantage. Freddie Razzle doing an amazing job to hold on to this.
Come back here to 7th, 8th, and 9th. We're seeing some crazy battling as Senna made a dive on City of R, and Ferrari Nut is up there doing their best to hold on to it. I'm sorry, I am looking at the wrong people right now, but City of R holding on as we see another dive bomb from Gamer. Trying to hold on.
That was sketchy. Gamer nearly.
Oh, here we go. I guarantee we're going to see a dive bomb from Gamer on City of R coming into that final corner. Yeah, here we go. Outside. What an interesting move. That's never going to work in that corner.
Into the pit, City of R. That was an interesting fight that we were seeing there. City of R said, "No, I'm not letting you have the inside for this."
As Freddy and Supply Raptor, also with Zyro and Cloud, have not yet hit it on those high tires.
Four people yet to stop. A couple of more people just stopping again onto some medium tires. Don't know why. Edge, City of R, and Gamer recently stopped. Gamer now catching back up to Senna after his little battle with City of R. He's actually catching him up a couple of tenths per corner. So. Tire grip seems to be pretty even on medium and hard here. It's just driver skill.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to agree with you. Everybody's running maximum wings right now. And it's mainly based on how much of this tire can you save.
Yeah. And how much tire do you have the balls to use, to be fair? Because, I mean, age and grip. If you have, you know, Freddie Rezzo right now, he's probably going to unlock and pretty comfortable. Does he want to do that? Probably not.
Well, you still have to make 2 pit stops here, no matter what. It is how the game is set up. You have to make 2 pit stops, as we saw in real life. 2 pit stops are mandatory, so we'll see when they want, or when Freddie wants to make those. Obviously, with that 7.4 gap on Supply Raptor, it's going to be interesting.
I watched
Supply Raptor gets another time penalty.
Same thing that happened last time when you were on board with him. Just going too aggressive on that swimming pool chicane.
It's easy to do.
Very.
It's definitely easy when you're trying to make any difference on eating away that time penalty or time difference on Freddie. Everybody's racing pretty clean, and I haven't seen anybody getting too wild. As you see Cloud in the pits, coming out of the pits on medium tires.
What's wild to see is I was just scrolling through. The fastest lap was held by Monaco, 12.54. Freddie Rez has done 12.9. Nobody else, or other than gamers, got close. Makes sense.
Pinnacle, that's completely understandable, and we all understand it. That's tough to hear that you couldn't finish the race due to hand issue. As we see a little bit of a battle back here in 12th and 11th, but nothing. A clean pass for City of R on edge.
It's a bit of a walk-up from City, but it is okay. He made it under the corner. So I don't think anybody died. And 6-second time penalties are becoming more common than 3, with just 1 more pushing us over that edge. So Fire Raptor comes into the pits to get off these hard tires. Tires to start his second stint of the race on lap 16. Is he going to come out and clear traffic? I think he is just about, yep. Gonna have Cloud covering him, but Supply Raptor on new tires should be no worries.
As I go through the only 12 drivers on the track right now, only Freddie Rezal and Maxime, Froynot, Senna, and City of R are the only drivers without any time penalties. But I looked into it, and I would say every single driver out here is really close to getting that time penalty. As it looks like Freddie is pulling into the pits now.
3 people starting for that P2 spot in the right fire right now. Maxine not having anywhere to maybe move his stick. Mod stuck right behind him as well. Freddie gonna be put behind this group of cars after his pit stop. He is gonna be very much so in that pack. Is he gonna come out in front of Gamer? Looks like it. He's gonna have that track position on Gamer. They're gonna be super close. Just barely.
Goodness!
Just barely in front of Gamer. That's the Fire Raptor lead. Now showing how important it is. Now, that in front of Gamer has a little bit more clean air in the center. Just ahead is going to be the next part of it. As we have a huge gap of cars from P1 to P5 holding up into that race. Now pitting race. Tires for everybody. The mix up of tires in the top 5 on the main tires being Mod and Senna. Oh, big lockup for Maxime into the braking zone. Nearly hitting the Zyros. Very luckily not causing a collision there.
I got a feeling what we're going to see back here from all these top 5, 6 runners, I guarantee we're going to see somebody get really impatient and calls the safety car because nobody's going to want to sit back here, especially Freddie.
There's 8 people in the trading right now.
Oh my goodness, we're gonna see some interesting battles happen for sure.
Oh,
I don't know who to watch.
this is the closest I think I've ever seen. Freddie Rezal trying to make a move on Senna. Did not make it. It did make it up the hill. What a move.
What
Wow.
a commit level from him. Goodness.
Now
Is he
he's-
probably gonna dive bomb? He's probably gonna dive bomb Ferrari nut right here as he does. He goes for the dive bomb and makes it through cleanly. I don't
Beautiful.
know how they held on to that and they didn't do anything weird.
Beautiful. 2 cars, 1 section. Absolutely biblical from Freddie Rezal here. We are seeing a masterclass going for a third into. Oh my god, that was so close. A little bit of contact there. Braking very deep. Now trying to make the most out of those new tires. Trying to get past mods, but did not make the move stick in the tunnel. Now, he's just going to be a last cast move for Freddie Rezal. Is he going to wait? Does he have the chance to? Does not see an opportunity. Maybe. Nope. Okay. Just very hard braking zone. The mods goes into the pits in very early for those maybe for a change of cards, but still relinquishes Freddie into P3, and everybody else behind has kind of calmed down after Freddie came through. Wow, another position trying to make the stick for Freddie. Maxime around the outside. Beautifully done for Freddie Rezal there. Wow.
You know, as much as we think that it was such an early pit stop for Ferrari Nut and Mods, it probably was a good idea to get themselves out of that situation where they're all stacked up. I don't disagree with the idea, but it was too soon for the tires to work, but I wouldn't want myself to be anywhere near this battle.
As Freddie has made such clinical move of the 5 cars ahead of him, he actually has contact with Zyros, and there's a huge penalty given out to both of them. So Paul also gets a penalty in that. Zyros and Freddie Rezal both get time penalties. In
Freddie
that
Rezal gets a 10 seconds.
Both get 10 seconds for that.
Oh my goodness, that's gonna shake up the end of this race so much. And I hate to say it, that was deserved.
2 10-second time penalties for Zyros.
I think he ran into the pits too quick to try to change out his tires and
No.
asked for that second one. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It was him cutting the corner and him gaining a position on Freddie Rezal after cutting the corner. Both of them were penalized. He was penalized twice for the same incident.
I hate to say it, but there are 2 drivers right now, Maxine and a Ferrari Nut. If they can keep their nose clean, I think this is going to benefit them. But then again, Freddie has not gone on his next set of tires, if I'm correct. I might be wrong. Yeah, only 1 stop.
So he will have to serve this 10-second time penalty eventually in the pits, which is really going to suck for him, but he's going to have to get a move on. Use these medium tires to have any chance to win this race. Now, he is going to feel cheated, but there's nothing he's going to be able to do. He has 19 laps to claw back a 10-second time penalty and another pit stop on Maxime, who has no 10-second time penalty, Freddie Rezal, who has no time penalties at all, and he's on new tires. He just pitted. Same with Mod, same with Senna, same with Cloud. All put on new rubber just now. So they're going to be flying. Maxime hard tires. It's going to be him to the end of the race, I'm pretty sure. Same with Gamer. He goes into the pits to put on some new hard tires. And we're going to find out how this race pans out. Ferrari Nut goes ahead of Maxime, and so does Senna and Cloud. That was not the best exit for Maxime, but he's going to have to get on with it.
Question is, can Ferrari Net hold on to those hard tires and get a big enough gain on these front runners to make a difference? I don't know. I don't know if he's willing to sacrifice or push as hard as he can. Because, like I said before, everybody in this race is extremely close to time penalties.
It's going to be interesting to see if Ferrari Nut can hold on to 20 laps onto these hard tires. That is an intense ask. And he's going to have to not get any time penalties, as I just saw him almost go that curve a little bit too much. It's it's gonna be tense. It's gonna be hard. Gamer goes into the wall and he is gonna retire from the race. That has to be a safety car. He is in the middle of the track. There's no way that this isn't being called for anything.
Oh, I don't disagree. Oh, he just. I don't think it
disappeared.
is.
It won't be.
He just disappeared. I mean, the same thing happened to me in Tier 2 when I found a magical wall that appeared in front of me and took me out of the race. No safety car.
Wow. No safety car. That would have mixed things up a lot. I would have loved to see that.
I just watched Supply Raptor. Let's see if he has any front wing damage. He doesn't, but that was a full lockout from him. Maybe he's trying to get those front tires to heat up enough to turn. Ferrari Nut catching up to Mods a little bit. I don't know if he's going to be able to. He's got to run the cleanest and safest race he can on those hard tires.
Supply Raptor is pushing so hard into that chicane. I'm very surprised they're not getting more penalties already.
Monaco, I do not disagree with you. Both me and D-Master are very confused on how that wasn't a safety car.
It is what it is at this point.
It be what it be.
F-125. Car in the middle of the road? Nah, safety car is not needed. 16,
Especially on a track.
16 seconds of time penalties. He has had a total of 26 seconds of time penalties this race. Oh, that's painful.
Yeah, we got Freddy with a 10-second, Supply Raptor with a 9-second, and Mods with a 6-second, with Ferrari Nut behind Mods by 2 seconds. I know they're still pretty far behind the front two runners.
Ferrari Nut has a good chance here. Has a chance to win. Freddy's gonna be just about there with Ferrari Nut when he pits. Freddy's gonna have to pit before Ferrari Nut.
I think you're right. I think you're.
Oh,
Oh wow! Oh
maybe.
wow! As soon as we were just talking about Ferrari Nut, we see him completely tank slap that car.
Maybe I should stop talking about Ferrari Nut.
Yeah, you know, we're gonna give him the. We gotta switch to somebody else. We're gonna give him a commentator's curse right there.
Talking about Freddy pulling out a great gap. 4 seconds to Supply Raptor. 12 seconds to Mons, as you can see on the gap to leader. 15 seconds to Ferrari. 20 seconds to Senna and Cloud. So there are 3 cars within a second of each other, I just realized. Still pretty close, Maxine, Cloud, and Senna. All on
we got
pretty newish tires.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got a little bit of a battle right here.
Cloud currently holding our fastest lap in the moment, 11.9. About a second faster than the other two were doing at the time. Can we see anyone with low fuel?
Oh, is Freddy in the pits? Freddy is in the pits.
Got a couple of drivers with low fuel right now. Predicted well. Supply Raptor and Freddy Rizzo both came to the pits. Freddy Roselle behind Supply Raptor after his 10-second penalty. By a big margin, too.
Well, we've seen the pace out of him. I guarantee he's going to be pushing as hard as he physically can right now, because he's only has, let's say, 12 laps left. Maybe a little bit more. I might be incorrect. Maybe 13, 14. Who cares? On those hards, how much of a time difference can he make up? It's up to Ferrari Nut to hold on to those hard tires and not make a mistake and not get a time penalty.
Yeah, that's really it. Because Freddy is, let's see, that distance is 20 seconds. Yeah, it's about 17 seconds to Freddy Roselle. So Can Freddie catch Ferrari? That is one thing. Can Ferrari keep his tires as Supply Raptor just clatters the wall inside, outside, and it's just insanity. But the Ferrari Nut's gonna have a challenge to have at the end of the race.
I'll tell you one thing that's gonna make this interesting.
Oh, mods. Supply Raptor hitting the outside wall of turn 1. That's gonna make it very interesting. Sorry, I had a dog on me.
Is if we see a safety car, and I can tell you right now, watching Supply Raptor, he is pushing the absolute limits. If I'm going to see a safety car, it's going to come from Supply Raptor, just trying to push as hard as he can right now.
Yeah, I think so. I think we're going to see Supply Raptor go into this next chicane and not come out of it with the pace that he's trying to show.
It's a little too soon for those hard tires to fire off, and he is just pushing as hard as he can. That is absolutely insanity from him right now.
He's gaining a lot of time. I'm not saying he isn't, but Jesus.
He's on the razor's edge of holding on to that car.
Every lap. Let's go back to the penalties. 9 seconds still for Supply. I thought he would have gotten another one with that.
I know, I agree. As you see mods with the 6 seconds, Ferrari with no time penalty still. But he is at the limit before he can get a time penalty himself. As you see Senna with 3 seconds, Cloud with 3 seconds as well. Max Mean is no penalties for themselves. Right behind Cloud. Going to benefit them. Is Cloud going to hold them up? Because I'll tell you who's in the rear, getting closer and closer. Freddie's got some pace. He went from 20 seconds back to 15 seconds.
3 laps. Okay, Freddie, don't Supply Raptor now. Supply Raptor has caught up to Maxime, Cloud, and Senna. Now, is he 2 seconds a lap faster? What I said earlier, that's what you need to be to get past him. Yes. Is he hitting every wall in his path? Not every, but yeah. This is going to be a sketchy overtake to watch.
Supply Raptor is literally giving every single ounce of skill and car capabilities right now. Yeah, you got that pace. It's one thing to catch a driver. I said this in Tier 4. It's one thing to catch a driver. It's another thing to pass a driver on Monaco.
And as you can see, Freddie Rizal closing up. First sector.
Freddie's got that pace. We're about to come up with 10 laps to go.
On the inside.
Dive bomb.
What a move. Beautifully done by Supply Raptor on the inside of that chicane. Didn't see Maxime coming you, but oof.
I don't think he could do it any better than what Freddie just did. I'm sorry, Supply Raptor just did on Maxime.
Yeah, it was just clinical. Went to the inside, outbraked him. Maxime said, "Okay, I'll let you get that." Oh, what? 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 Lag? Excuse me?
I know. That's what I saw. The same thing, brother.
Freddie,
Max Mean is definitely missing an end plate. He's going to hold up Freddie for a second there, but Freddie gets through. Or is he going to hold on to it? Yeah, it's going to hurt his charge to the front a little bit.
It's back maybe 8/10, but yeah, that was interesting. Real disconnected to K, but wow, just interesting. End plate's missing. And he's gonna be going back into the pit to fix that for sure. Luckily, he's not really the top 8 are in the different.
Sorry, I'm watching on Ferrari Net right here, and he just bounced off that left-hander after the bus stop. Pretty hard, but no damage for him.
You know what?
He lost a little time to Mods.
Mods isn't even off of a contention here. If Ferrari don't get to 3 seconds, Mods is very likely to win this.
I don't think you're wrong. Like I said before, Ferrari Nut is dang close to getting that 3 second time penalty. I'm not going to tell you how many warnings he has, but he is dang close.
Stream already knows. I went through it for a sec.
All right, well, Ferrari Nut's on 2 warnings. So he's 1 miss up away.
Side by side, Supply Raptor and Cloud still side by side going through, and Cloud
my
gets the
goodness.
better inside turn for this tunnel, but that is going to be a little bit of contact for those 2 corners. Is Supply Raptor going to go down the inside? Yes, he does, going down the inside for the chicane. Cloud has to take all the way off the track and keep the position, get the 3 second time penalty, and probably an illegal overtake. Saw on Supply Raptors, just lost turn and gets another 3 second time penalty. Maybe he has a little damage there, but that was just understeer for Supply Raptor. Maybe his pushing is not going his way right to this moment. Freddie Rizal has caught up to both of them and is right there with him.
I'm just up here looking at Ferrari Nut. He's at 4 seconds. It's going to be tough for him, those older tires. Let's see how old those tires are compared. They're on the same tires. Mods and Ferrari Nut are on the exact same tires, so I don't think that's going to hurt him too much. He just needs to stay within that 6 second time penalty range, because I don't know, and I'm just assuming at the moment, unless a safety car comes out, that Freddie is not going to be able to make that difference at all.
And you say that now until he gets past these 2 guys and he shows his pace.
I do not disagree with you. I think Freddie has by far the fastest car out there.
First thing is he has to get past these 2 cars, Supply Raptor, making it very difficult. And Freddie gets a 3 second time penalty. That's going to be the end of that journey that we were talking about. But still very possible that he could get some better points here.
Why not really just keep his nose clean and hope a safety car doesn't come out? If it does, I don't know if he has another set of tires ready. I'm pretty confident he ran 3 qualifying laps, so I don't think he's going to have good tires.
A little bit of a sun from Supply Raptor at the top of the hill, but I don't even think, even if a safety car came out, that it's going to make that big of a difference. Even if they pitted, I don't think they can get past.
Supply Raptor getting extremely impatient with Cloud right now, as well Freddie's just sitting there watching, waiting like a shark in the distance, smelling blood in the water, wanting to pounce, but he is not able to do so yet.
Cloud doing an amazing job defending this poor position for the time being, even though he knows that if he gives this up, he is not giving up any positions. He's very strategic about giving this position up. It's very aggressive from Supply Raptor every single lap on track limits. Let's see, is Ferrari not going to have a chance? Does not look like it.
I take it back. From what you said, I think Ferrari is just holding on to that pace. He's keeping Senna back behind him, and he's staying within that 6 second time penalty. He got down to 4.1 for a second there when he had that mistake. Going through the beginning of the bus stop, or I'm sorry, after the bus stop, that left-hander, that quick left-hander, he bounced off the wall, which is very common to see. No damage to his car, though. He cut down a little bit on Mod right there. He went to 4 seconds at 3.5.
Yeah, so he just has to keep it clean. Ferrari not, I think, don't hit any walls, don't get the track limits, and take it home.
He's really close to a track limit, so I'll tell you that. Yeah. He just needs to finish the race.
I've known Ferrari not from when he was in Tier 2, and he's always said that he doesn't think he should be in Tier 1. But here he is, doing an amazing job. He just has to get the right timing, get out of trouble, and
Yeah.
he's there winning races for his competitors. Senna, Cloud, Supply Raptor are behind, fighting each other to death, bumping each other up the hill. Supply Raptor going on the inside of Cloud, trying to make a move, taking it to a very, very slidey, but all goes nowhere. Going down the inside, goes Supply Raptor on Cloud, holding it around the outside, gonna be the outside, or the hairpin corner. He does keep it around the outside, and makes a move, sick, beautiful move from Supply Raptor to finally move on Cloud. Is Cloud gonna have something to say? Make that move, sticks Supply Raptor beautifully done. Now Cloud is gonna be getting attacked by Freddy Rizzo. Both of them hitting that wall simultaneously. Is Freddy gonna be able to make that move? In and Cloud. Doesn't look like it's here. Next few corners, way better tires. We need that happen, Freddy.
Getting to that point where the tires are starting to fade a little bit, and it makes that passing so much harder. But I think Freddie Razzle is going to try to make a move on Cloud here in a second. Oh, as you see it.
That was scary. Yeah, that was very, very close call from Ferrari, putting on the battery from the Ferrari of Freddy, putting on the battery, going up the hill, trying to make a move on Cloud, bumping into the back of him, just not having enough room on that very uphill section. Let's get another close racing still between Freddy and Cloud, even though they're not racing for a position. Just finish out the race, take what you get, don't break your own Freddy, as you're already trying not to, and keep it intact.
It's going to be sitting pretty good.
I don't think there's much he's going to be able to do.
It is definitely very confusing to yell Ferrari when he's not in a Ferrari and the other Ferrari. It just makes your brain go, what? But, oh, he goes for the pass. Oh, does he get his eye bomb? No, he doesn't. He gets a little safe right there. At the moment.
I think Cloud understood that he was going to try to make a pass, and he's placing his part very well to not allow it to happen.
I think you're going to have to see something very clever from Freddy to be able to make this work. Something like a bold move or something like that. I think we might see a dive bomb from him if he can get the... I don't think he's going to have to run after that little mishap. Yeah, his tires are starting to fade a little bit.
Yeah, I think we're going to see that. Can't get by, as we saw right there. Cloud goes deep into the corner, slow down to the screen, gives a little bit of time back to Freddy, but penalties are not much of that. They're just fighting for being in front at this point. 3 laps left, don't crash each other out, but I want to see Freddy get past Cloud. Up the hill, turns on the battery. Is Freddy gonna be able to make the move here side by side? Makes a little bit of contact, gonna throw it down the inside at the casino square. Does not have the grip on the inside, but he does get the switchback. Puts a little bit more better power. Goes around the outside now. It's gonna turn to the inside of the hairpin. A little bit more contact between the two cars, Red Bull and the Ferrari. Now going into the wall. No. This is what I said not to do. And he backs into him. This is a clown show. This is a clown show. Oh my god.
Oh goodness. That is the
worst way to pass. But I am so here for it. I said I wanted to see him get past. That's the way he chose. The wheels getting stuck on the outside, pushing each other into the wall. What a finish to the Monaco P6, P5, what was supposed to be battle. How did Supply Raptor end up getting 15 seconds of penalties? That's my question.
Well, I'll say one thing. I know we were watching the front of this, and we only have one lap to go. It's not going to make any difference towards the end of the race, but Senna has gotten pretty close to Ferrari Nut. We got one lap to go. Senna has a one lap fresher tires. He might get up there and rattle Ferrari Nut's cage a little bit and force Ferrari Nut into a time penalty if he can get close enough.
He is within the 1 second time. He just barely dropped into it, but yeah, Senna's cooking on these better tires. Has gained back a lot of time. Border X-Men says, and through goes Maxime.
And through goes Maxime! Well, I mean, if I was Ferrari Nut, I would play this a little smart. If Senna sticks his nose anywhere near him, I'd let him go. You're within that 9 second, but I have a feeling the racer inside of Ferrari Nut is just going to not let him go and hold on to that.
I don't think me personally, I don't think I would accept to be overtaken on the last lap, even if the guy has a penalty. I'm keeping second place, which is going to turn into first, as I can actually see Mods is struggling a lot in this middle sector. He's lost a second, 2.3 seconds now of gap to Ferrari. Very unusual, but now that's going to mean that Mods isn't within viewing distance of the back two. 5/10 only separating Senna and Ferrari Nut, so nobody can make any mistakes here.
Well, we're going to see a dive bomb from Senna 100% on this last corner because he wants to get closer. He's way faster in this sector. We're going to see a dive bomb. This might screw up the finish of it. No, we don't see it. Never mind. I take that back. As Ferrari got sideways right there, holding on to it as much as he can. And unfortunately, Mods crosses the line first. But that's going to allow Ferrari to get the win.
And that's going to mean Maxime finishes P3 after penalties get decided. Sorry, P4. Mods ends up P3 after his performance. Maxime not able to get that podium position. Ferrari Nut, beautiful win, not having any penalty points. Any penalties for corner cutting warnings. Senna only having one beautiful race he ran to P2. Mods P3 beautifully held with 3 time penalties. 4 being Maxime, no penalties. Great performance.
I will admit, Ferrari was one warning away from a time penalty, but I don't think that would have made any difference.
Yeah, I don't think so. Since lap 11, Ferrari has not had a warning. He went 28 laps without a single warning. That's impressive.
I don't know about you, but I'm willing to stay around for some interviews. But if you don't want to, I would love to hear how ecstatic Ferrari Nut's going to be right here.
Trust me, Ferrari Nut is, he knows. Let's see if
if you're in the chat, we're going to do some interviews. Please come into the cool down room and allow us to interview after this insane race.
Camera should be working again, so you can pop back that in. All right. Let me go back through the race standings real quick. We had driver of the day Senna with the most overtakes, cleanest driver Maxime, fastest lap being Zyros, and Ferrari Nut having my vote for driver of the day because absolutely wonderful race driven there. Coming from 7th to 2nd, Senna did a great job. Absolutely. A lot of penalties, as you can see there. But not going to change the race standings one bit. All right. Let's put on this music.
All right, do you want to do first, or do you want to go down the other way of it? How would you like to interview these
I'll
fine
do
finishers?
3rd, 2nd, 1st.
All right, that works with me.
And you can drag them in when you're ready. You got permission?
I do. Who am I bringing in first? I only have Mods and Ferrari Nut here.
Let's do mods. Let's get
All right,
modded.
bringing in Mods right now.
I can. Oh,
Cut a conversation
Hello.
loose. How we
Yeah,
doing,
we were-
mods?
hello. We were talking about strategy.
That sounds about right. I didn't ask what you were asking about, though. I got my own questions to talk to you about.
Sure.
My man, how was that? You were fighting your own teammate for half that, and that turned out a little different to finish out the race, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I started the race in 3rd, then I got Maxim on the first corner, which really surprised me. I mean, I got a better start than Freddie, actually. I don't know if y'all saw that. But after that, it was all about strategy. And then Supply was on a different strategy than me, so then I mixed it up and it worked. But I got penalties, so I lost. But
And a lot of other
That's how it
people
is.
got penalties, but you didn't technically lose. You're still on the podium, my man. You're
I know,
fucking-
but I mean, the fact that I went with this like bold strategy, you know, we were all stuck in that train, and I was calculating how long the hards could last, and I was like, oh, they could last 20, so I was like, okay, I'll box lap 18, and then Ferrari followed me in, and then I was like, oh, he doesn't have penalties, and then I just couldn't pull away. So
Hey, it happens that way sometimes, but the good thing is you had the pace. You were up there the entire time, and Ferrari Nut was just very, very quick. The thing is, you can't consistency, good tires, and not having any penalties is really hard to beat. What do you got, C Miller? What questions have you?
No, at the end there, I thought for sure. I'm so sorry for you on that one. I thought you were going to be able to catch him, but he didn't have that time penalty. You had good pace. How did it feel out there on the track? How did the tires feel?
the mediums went bad after like maybe 5 laps, so I'm surprised how people got to 11 with those. But the hards felt really good up until maybe 15 laps, and then I was just ice skating for half the race. So
I mean, that's what we could tell from everybody else. I mean, I ran laps here. It is so hard to keep those tires underneath you, but you did a good job. Unfortunately, you got that time penalty. You were really close. Farnut somehow was able to hold on to that, but you did a good job. It was a fun race to watch.
props to him, props to everyone. It was a very fun race. And for the record, I practiced maybe 5 minutes before this race, and I'm glad with a P3 for 5 minutes of practice for Monaco.
I agree.
Yeah.
You did a great job for 5 minutes of practice. On to the next. Don't get 5 minutes of practice so you
boys.
can maybe get another podium.
Yeah, for sure. See ya, boys.
Great job. See you next race. Next one in. Did we get second place? Did we get?
We
that?
got Senna right here.
Let's get Senna in here.
All right, bringing in Senna.
Welcome in, Senna. This is the interview room. How are you feeling, my man? Congratulations on the podium.
Yeah, thank you. I'm feeling good, of course. My first podium in Tier 1, so it feels good.
I know it's the first one only because it's the first time I'm hearing your name in a podium room, and this is great news. Tell me about it. You were catching up to Ferrari Nut right at the end of the race, but to lead up to that point, you got an unfortunate penalty, and you just kept on pushing, showing amazing pace, and getting to that P2 spot.
Yeah, no, I had two warnings in the first stint already, I think, and then I got my third warning actually because I had contact with supply wrapper, so I could get it removed as well. But Yeah, I was just from that point on making sure I don't crash or get another warning. I wasn't even pushing that hard, but I guess Cloud, who was behind me, did have damage because he should be way faster than me, but he just didn't have any more pace. So I was just making sure to not crash. Really.
We had a couple of people who got a lot of unfortunate damages. You got anything, Miller? I feel like a lot of people in the race got damaged, like half the grid.
I feel like that's how it's been every single tier. It's just great that you finished the race, and congratulations on your podium.
Yeah, no, for sure. Thank you.
Welcome to the winners of Tier 1, and hopefully you can keep winning some more, and maybe even fight for a championship next season.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens. Thank you so much, and catch you next week.
Yeah, bye.
Bye, Sana.
All right, before I bring in Ferrari Nut, this is his first win, I believe, in Tier 1, so let's go ahead and bring him in and congratulate him.
Hey Ferrari, why is it always that I have to watch you win and I crash in the back? Can we explain this real quick before we get into the interview?
I didn't hear the first part. I didn't hear the first part of what he said. So.
Can we explain how I have to watch you win an absolute masterpiece every single time I'm commentating your races? And then
You're just my lucky charm, I guess.
every time I get into a Tier 1 race, you're just doing amazing, and I feel like you've given me messages saying that you're not happy.
I mean, I haven't been for most of the season. I mean, I'm busting my ass to finish 10th most of the time, and to come out here and do that is just, that makes every bit of it worth it.
I 100% agree. Congratulations on the win. It's been way too overdue. You're such an intelligent, smart driver. Really got the pace for it. And now to show it, did the work, didn't get a single penalty from lap 11. Not getting a warning is really impressive. Just talk to me through it, just keeping your head cool and keeping your pace top tier.
Well, firstly in qualifying, I lost 3/10 on my fast laps right at the end, and so I should have been on the front row with that. But Freddie definitely had everybody covered on speed. I'll say that much. He was 3-4 tenths clear of everybody. So just on raw pace, he was the quickest car here. But just lost a spot to Senna at the start, and just kind of after the first couple corners, I literally just said to myself, "Okay, calm down, let it come to you." And that's just what I did. I mean, I got one of the second warning I literally got making a bit of a cheeky angle to get around one of the cars that hadn't stopped after my first stop, just to try and make that as easy as possible, and went slightly off, not much, but didn't really affect anything. Just caught up to Zyros and the other guys in the front that hadn't stopped, that were on the hards. And I was looking at this whole situation, this train of cars, and then I looked at it and I said, if he doesn't box this lap, I'm going in. And so I come around the next to last corner, I kind of missed it the first lap, and then I said, okay, he's not going in yet. So I just literally just took the opportunity, and Mods did the exact same thing, but his he was not able to keep it between the lines as quite as well, which is what ultimately undid it. But he and I were just neck and neck the whole last 20 laps of that race.
I saw y'all.
Yeah, there's one thing I wanted to go ahead. Sorry.
Y'all were stuck together. Go ahead.
I wanted to say I have two things for you. One question, one thing I wanted to say. I thought it was really intelligent that you guys pulled off the pit when you guys did that last pit cycle for you, because you were right in the middle of some really uncomfortable traffic, and I thought that was a really good move for you guys to pit and get out of that and get some clean air. My actual question for you, Ferrari Nut, is how hard was it, A, on those old tires, and B, knowing you had 2 warnings and you were trying not to get a time penalty and still push as hard as you were? How hard was it towards the end of that race not to get that time penalty?
The time penalty, not so much. Not bidding the car was another matter. With about 3 laps to go at turn 1, I lost the back end a little bit, and just about caught the fence and managed to keep it pointing the right direction. So that was a bit of a sketchy moment right at the end there. But Yeah, just it wasn't so much hard keeping it off the off the time penalty, but keeping it out of the fence was another matter.
Yeah, a lot of people were having troubles with that. I'm pretty sure mods ahead of you nearly crashed out. You gained like 2 seconds in the last couple of laps. So, yeah, everybody was struggling with those tire wears, but you held it in there. You got the win. Congratulations, and keep this pace up because, I mean, struggling for 10th place has its benefits when you're a smart driver and you're going to get put down to tier 2 next season and gonna stomp me. Anyways, keep doing what you're doing. You still got another 2 races that you can dominate at, and I hope I can see you back on this podium.
I certainly hope it's not my only visit. I felt like Spa was another good opportunity that kind of slipped away. But you know, Monaco, for whatever reason, is always magic when I come here. It's just always a track I gel with. I hate the place to death sometimes, but
Hey,
it kind of levels the playing field.
it's a
in my
driver's
opinion.
circuit. Either you love it as a driver, or you hate it as a driver. You're gonna have every single time. You're either going to come out a victor or come out the loser on that situation. But Monaco, Las Vegas, all that, you're always known to be doing good. Keep running, keep doing your thing, and we'll catch you next time. Any final words, Miller?
No, I would just like to say thank you to everybody for joining us, and also, congratulations on that win, bud.
Thank you, guys.
Thank y'all. That's gonna end out the stream. I'm gonna go ahead and ciao, and y'all make it a great night.